Exciting news, the Planet Peterson store on Shopify is now open. Click the top link in the description to go to Shopify, where you can check out shirts, stickers, digital artwork, and more. Thank you.
That's not true.
There are organisms that do not require oxygen to live.
And plant life as well?
Not plant life, no.
Okay, all right. Well, anyways, all right. I got a question. Well, let's stay back on topic because I guess it's just like the Finks. Even people that know stuff could debate if it was 4,000 or 14,000 years. But regardless of that, I got a question when it comes to evolution, right? The question I have is, it has to do some of the stuff that everybody was talking about, more along the lines of how the evolution happened, right? So we all came from the water, right? We can all agree on that?
Life originally evolved in water, yeah.
Okay, we all came from the water, and it was and through that we evolved, right? Based upon our needs, necessities, et cetera, et cetera.
No, that's
right?
Lamarckian evolution.
Okay,
Organisms don't
let's-
evolve according to their needs. They evolve, and niches are basically created based on what is most opportunistic.
Organisms don't evolve, populations evolve.
That's
Okay, all right. But y'all can't really give me a modern evolution that we've seen, right? There's no thing that can actually be given that we have seen.
Yes, we can. For example, what's it called? Venereal canine transmissible tumor.
And the long-term Macaulay experiment as well.
Well, that could have come from many things other than just evolution in today's standpoint, right?
Except we know it came from evolution because their genomes have been sequenced.
Yeah, but yet gene sequencing is done by man, so you cannot say that is evolution because man can do that. That is a thing that is done. That's called gene splicing.
No. We analyze. The experiment just runs its course, and then we analyze their genomes after some time has passed. You're insinuating that what we're doing is manipulating their genes. That's not what we do.
No. I'm saying that it's the thing about it is, okay, you have to take the possibilities out of the things that we can do based upon the things that are, right? Now,
EJ,
what the world does that mean?
EJ, we have kept several populations of E. coli in a laboratory, and we are over 10,000 populations, so 10,000 generations, and we have seen several traits evolve in this population of E. coli. It's called the long-term E. coli evolution experiment. We are literally seeing evolution happen in real time.
Yeah, but not to this scale. Not the scale of man, right? You haven't seen anything, and I'll give you also.
What does that mean? Are you trying to tell me that we've never seen a new species appear?
All right, let me ask you this: why haven't? All right, so dogs came from wolves, right?
That's true.
Dogs are wolves. They're the same species.
Yes. And back a long time ago, wolves came around man and they hunted together. They were hunter-gatherers together, right?
It's probably something like that, yeah.
Okay, yes. So how come the many years that man was around, the many years that wolves are around and being together, how come they didn't evolve as much, even close, a fraction of what man has, right?
That's not even remotely true. The humans we have today are the same they were 300,000 years ago. The dogs of today aren't even close to the dogs of 20,000 years ago.
Search for German Shepherds 150 years ago and you will see a totally different dog.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, a dog, they've sort of de-evolved. not evolve.
No,
Right?
de-evolution is not a thing. No, please don't say it. De-evolution is not a
Well,
thing.
yeah, you're right. We can't say it's evolution through breeding, but regardless,
It's artificial selection. It's evolution the same way.
yeah. Well, okay. Let me take it. Let me ask you a question. All right. How did hands evolve? What was the evolution of? Because I heard that lady talk about how we have tendons, trying to say the same thing in monkeys and stuff like that. But a lot of animals have that. You have raccoons, you have possums, you have other animals that have that. So that's just a similarity. That's not a actual thing when it comes to that tendon.
You will need to define your question. Are you asking how did the primate and hand evolve, or how did the appendages that we could call hands evolve?
Yeah.
What's your question?
How did the hands evolve? What was the cause of hands evolving?
I say you need to define your question. Primate hands, primate appendages, or general appendages? What's your question?
General appendages. Let's start with general appendages.
Okay, so how did any kind of appendage evolve?
Through the modification of Hox genes.
What was the cause of of a hand evolving? What was the cause?
The way any organism has any trait that it has are through changes in genes or gene expression.
EJ, do you understand why I asked you that? Why it's different asking why did a hand of a primate evolved and why did a general appendage like the feet of a gazelle or the hoof of a horse evolve? It's very different. The question is different.
Our legs
and the evolutionary stage that you are asking is different.
Okay, what was the purpose of a hand evolving?
There's no teleology in evolution.
Well, we needed legs to walk on land, right?
We could have... Snakes don't need legs to move around on land. There's no teleology in evolution.
Snails don't need legs. Snails just move well on land without legs.
Worms, mollusks, snakes, all kinds of organisms don't have legs that live on land.
Okay. So it's just a thing of that. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right, so let's
snails aren't.
Let's stay with that.
Snails are gastropods, not mollusks.
Okay, you're right. There's no. You're right.
And there's
okay, never mind. So I was right twice.
Yes.
You're right. There's snails in the sea too, right?
That is correct.
Snails in the sea too. Okay, and they're more creatures in the sea, right?
Well, I don't know what you mean by creature, but that could be true and false depending on what you mean. There are far more land species.
There's more species.
EJ, I'm gonna stop you right now. Do you realize that I'm gonna stop you because I know exactly where you are going. The environmental pressures that led some animals to move out of the sea are not the same environmental pressures that you see now. And you still are seeing some fish being able to breathe oxygen.
Okay.
So you are still seeing species of fish moving out to land.
Okay, how come I don't see any sea creatures with phalanges?
Phalanges?
Or hands?
You do.
Name one.
Well, I wouldn't say hands, but there are some types of frogfish that literally walk on the seafloor. There are mud skippers that literally walk around on land. They don't have hands like we have. But there are...
Sea lions don't have hands.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They have flippers. They don't have hands.
They have hands.
Hand bones, like whales. Whales
you can see the bones if you X-ray a sea lion.
They're not hands. Though. They don't have fingers.
It's a hand. By the classification.
Hold up, Silicon. No, they are hands, right? They're just like in the same way that a whale's hand is covered up by a bunch of like a flipper. It's still a hand.
Yeah, but it doesn't have. It's a hand. In that case, birds could be hands, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they
Okay,
are.
I see what you're saying, but when I'm talking about hands, I'm talking about more like the scale of like hands, like a raccoon, like a possum, like humans, like monkeys. All these different species we have that actually have hands.
Right.
And
So
then
you moved the
often,
goalpost. You said, "How come we don't see blank? We see blank." Well, what I meant was a different type of blank. So, like, what's
No,
what's
no,
the
no.
actual argument?
But see, that's not a hand, or that's a wing, right? That's a flipper.
it's a hand.
It's not a
It
hand.
has bones. It has all of them.
Everything has bones. A wing has bones, but it's not called a hand. It's not called a hand.
It's still
You're
a
not,
hand.
you're not hearing me. It's not called a hand.
It doesn't matter.
It's
It's-
a hand.
Wait, what species is that?
This is a seal. It doesn't specify the species.
He asked for a fish, not a seal, not a mammal.
Why is that seal? Wait, did he say seal?
No, I'm asking for a fish. That's a
Yeah, he said a
mammal.
fish.
Oh, because he said that seals don't have hands.
He asked
but
he
I
asked
mean,
specifically for a fish.
Oh, okay.
Or a sea
we
creature,
do.
or it's a creature in the sea that lives in the sea.
Well, then
Specifically in the sea.
aquatic, yeah, a lot of aquatic mammals have hands. So yeah, then seals definitely have hands, and whales
No,
have hands.
I mean they live in the sea.
yeah.
Live in the sea. I mean they don't have to come up for oxygen.
So if we're just talking about fish, then like yeah, you could say mud skippers have
Yeah.
a weird type
Valeo,
of
blow me up.
hand.
Valeo, blow me up.
But like what is the point of this argument? Like why would why would fish not having hands be a problem for the theory of evolution?
Look, hands.
I don't know.
So anyways, let's just we can pretend that no fish
I guess-
have
I
hands.
guess-
So
I guess
what?
that- I guess there's no need to grab anything in the sea, so therefore but then you do have the bottom of the sea.
Right.
But then, I mean, who
But
knows? They could probably.
so
I mean,
what?
There's a lot to grab. There's like you said. We also said there's plant life. So there's probably trees in the water. There's probably many different rocks. Oh, and they're live. They're live corals. So they have a bunch of live life on it that they could grab.
EJ,
and
you're
eat
just saying
and stuff like
words. What is the point of this argument?
that. No, the point of the argument is
EJ, stick to the argument.
that's what I'm
No.
saying. There is no point. There is no point based upon the evolution of certain things, based upon the evolution of other things within two different types of environments. Because if that was the
There
case,
totally
you would
is.
also
That's the point.
you would also see similarities based upon
It's
years
called
and years.
evolution.
We see huge amounts
Yeah,
of
exactly.
similarities. But what's the point?
There's many points that I made. There's many points that I made based upon that. But yet,
And yet you
nobody
can't
knows-
name one.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. I asked you a question. You couldn't name it. How did hands evolve?
Through the modification of Hox genes.
So there's no Hox genes in water.
Hox genes are something that organisms possess. It's part of your genetic
Every-
composition.
So every organism possesses these Hox genes.
I don't think
Yes.
bacteria do, but every animal possesses them.
Every eukaryote has it.
Even water animals, ones
Yes.
that breathe water.
Yes.
Yes.
Why-
Hox genes are genes that control for the development of body parts.
Well, where is the one that has fingers and hands? Where is the marine
Look
life?
up Ichthyostega. You'll see it.
Yeah, also, real quick as well, Filico, I'm going to briefly drop you because everyone is kind of over talking to you. I can't understand anything. So,
Oh, sure.
yeah, absolutely. I'll add you back. Okay.
Yeah, but also let's add something else in. All right, we got another fact in there again. The fact that everybody came from the sea. So all these sea creatures have way longer lives. So I don't even know how long.
That's
the
not
sea.
true.
I thought all creatures came from the sea.
No, the thing about lifespan.
Well, evolution is all about lifespan, right?
No, it's
years
not.
And years and years
No,
of life.
no.
Right? That's evolution.
Evolution is not all about that in any way.
All right, so time has nothing to do with evolution. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what that means, but what you're claiming is that evolution is all about lifespan. No, some of the most successful organisms on the planet live for a couple of weeks and then die.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about time as a whole.
You specifically brought up lifespan. So don't tell me that what you are actually talking about is time as in historical time.
When I said lifespan, I meant the span of life overall. Like, we all came from the water, right? But yet the water was here
EJ,
first.
you're just
How
saying
long was
words.
the water here?